Yeah, it's the life of the coach, right? So we're elated. We're at an all-time high when we won that game at Blackhawk to advance to the College World Series, and then you get there and not only so you carry that high to the World Series, but then when you don't kind of get done what you really wanted to get done while you were there, it kind of brings you back down. And then when you get home, it's just over. It's a long season to get there, and then it's a quick ending. So, but the problem is that you just got to keep picking up the pieces, because now we have to move on to Team 7 and start moving on to that with move-in day coming in August. So there's really no time to relax, but it also doesn't give you a lot of time to kind of mourn the losses as well. So. Yeah, I think this team was probably the closest knit group we had. Doesn't mean that there weren't some issues that would come up or rise throughout the season, but I just think that they were probably between our sophomores really being there for them and being willing to take in the freshmen. I think that really helped the freshmen kind of feel more at ease right away and sooner. So I think they bonded quicker, which obviously brought that feeling of team together sooner. But I think a lot of it just had to do with the drive that they all had. The freshmen I know came in here and had expectations on them from the sophomores. I mean, we lost the year before that final game. And so, the sophomores come in here and they're ready to go, and they know what it takes, and they don't want anybody to bring them down. So they were very encouraging with the freshmen, and I think that kind of really helped with getting this team a little bit quicker acclimated to each other and to what needs to be done to get to where we got to go. But they're all a great group of kids. Like, every single one of them brought something dynamic to the team, and I think each one in their own way was special, and that you don't get that every year. Leadership. I mean, that's probably the biggest question mark we have. Not saying that nobody can be that leader, but it's just, where's it going to come from? Who's going to be that person that's going to feel comfortable to step up and be that person? You can't. A leader doesn't necessarily mean you have to be friends with everybody, and that's kind of so. Right now, I think a lot of our freshmen are still worried about making sure that they want to be liked by everyone, and they want to have friendships with everyone, which you can still have and be a leader. You just have to be able to separate the two. So the interesting part about this next team is, where is that leadership going to come from? And it may come from a freshman. I mean, it just seems some of our freshmen that are coming in are might even be a little bit more on the mature side, just from their upbringings and from where their background. So it'll be exciting to see who does step into those leadership roles. And again, summer's a long time, even though I say it's short and it's almost going to be August. These kids are going to play ball all summer. Some of them are going to go play ball in the new league, which is going to be surrounding themselves with college students. So it'll be interesting to see how they grow over the next 3 months, and when they come back here, who's going to be that leader. Talent-wise, I think we're going to be good. It's just going to be, will we have that leadership, and will that bring that culture, sustain the culture that we've built for another year? It's tough at the JUCO level because we're bringing in 17 new people every year that have to buy in. So it's really important that our small core of sophomores who are coming back each year, that they're the ones that take the reins and want it to sustain. There's a lot of big shoes to fill. Coach E said it at the end of our game the other day down in South Carolina, was these freshmen, which will be sophomores, have big shoes to fill, and are they willing to take that step? And I think that's the type of culture that was sustainable, as long as the freshmen are coming in here wanting to be a part of the team, and then the sophomores show them what it takes and what it's like to be part of a team. The class coming in, we've got a catcher coming out of Georgia, so that'll be interesting. We don't typically have a lot of players coming from other states. We've had a few in the past, but I'm really excited to meet her and have her come in here and show us what she's got. All her videos, everything look phenomenal, so that's exciting. We've got a good core of athletes that are coming in. I think we'll be a little bit more of an athletic team next year. I'm hoping to get more onto the stolen base side of things, just because we were a little bit more of a slower team this last year. But I think that's what's going to bring speed, smarts, and basically, I think talent-wise, like I said before, I think talent-wise we're going to compete just as well as this team did. I just think we just have to see where that leadership's going to come from. We're excited about Rainbow Park's possible upgrades. We're working on actually enclosing the entire park. So we will put in a permanent fence as opposed to our breakaway fence. It'll be a little bit deeper, so the old-fashioned bow is going to be gone as far as a home run hitter's park. So the fences will be deeper, but it'll give us more of a home feel. It'll give us more of that. Step up in our home field, which is really good for recruiting and also for just playing. I mean, you want to be excited about the fields that you play on. Carissa Lobbs will be joining our staff this year. She already committed. We're just working on some details. That's going to be huge for us. It'll be basically a 3-year player that's coming back, so she knows the ins and outs of JUCO life, what it takes to be successful, and then also play at the D1 level, so she can kind of help foster the ideas of what these kids want to do when they get to the next level, what it takes, what it's like, the ins and outs, the goods and bads of going on to that D1 program. One of the big things I know what made this team special as well was that the families all got along. So when our families came down there, they all sat together and they all yelled good and bad towards the field. So I think that was a huge upgrade. Instead of being all spread out and not really being, one with each other, I think the fans became a little bit more like family as well. And so, that brings a lot of energy, especially when you're away or you're not in your own state even. I think that really brings a lot of comfort to the players and to know that their family and friends are there watching. Yeah, I mean, we had the book that said one word, and everybody went through it, and there was different words, and we said we had connected as our team, which this team was connected. But I really believe at the end they were winners. We had a lot of adversity this year, from little things to larger things, a lot of expectations put on us, and they all figured it out, and they all got through it, and we got through it with the most wins in school history. We got through it as being the first team ranked in school history, went to our second national tournament, and so for them, they're nothing but winners, and I just want them to carry that into life because they know that they can overcome anything that's thrown in front of them because they are winners.